All right. So last time I dived heavily into the CRM. We did a lot of setup process. How are you guys doing on that? Where are you at in that process, etc.?
That was more than a little bit. Actually, we went through kind of like the Realtor.com one to set that one up, and it's pretty much set up. The only thing that's not set up with that is the web pages that it said to link to. I'm still actually my son's helping out with that, so we still just gotta get those linked to some web pages. But we did the videos in there and all, so the videos are there. So yeah, I've been working on it.
Good, 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 good. I know it's a big undertaking, but once you got it fully set up, it'll be well worth it in the end. Uh,
Yeah,
is it definitely helps with lead conversion? It definitely helps put a face to the name. It just really gets people to see who you guys are, and eventually it'll help with that conversion where you don't have to keep your fingers in it so much.
right,
Huh?
right.
All right. So now that you got the CRM set up, I'm still working on it, of course. Just to always be something going on with that to always keep it up and going. Other thing is to get in that big habit of making sure that thing is open every day. Right? And also this way, you can make sure you're hitting those daily tasks, and the agents make sure they're opening it, so everybody is got that daily habit of work that CRM.
Right. That's what I don't have. I gotta get like make that my I guess my base.
Okay. So then next up is to introduce you to listings and leads.
Okay.
As because as you grow, um, especially as you start bringing on agents, etc., you're going to
Yeah.
always want to be able to uh, generate a steady flow of good leads from any listings that the brokerage is bringing together, right?
Oh yeah.
Listings and leads is one of those programs that's going to really start to help you really market the listings on all the different avenues from Craigslist to Facebook to Instagram, YouTube, etc. Just to kind of start getting it out as many different places as you possibly can,
Okay.
right? Because right now, if I had one listing on there and I put it on all those different avenues, one listing over a week's period, I can pull in 50 leads very easily.
That's pretty sweet.
So then when you get, just imagine when you have 10 or 15 listings and
Yeah.
you got leads
Yeah.
coming in left and right. But the big goal there is making sure your drips are set up, because a large portion, sometimes you're going to get those leads that are just going to give you their email only. And without the drip campaigns, it starts to get really, really difficult to manage it. All right. So I'm going to do some screen share and kind of give you a rundown of how listings and leads works.
Okay.
So listings and leads base cost is only $50 a month, right, or $40 a month for the first time listing. After that, it goes up from 11 to 20 listings. It'll be a 60, and then 21 to 50, 85, 50 to 100, 125 bucks a month. Still, even if you're up here, 125 bucks a month is relatively cheap if you're managing 51 to 100 listings, right?
Right.
Fine.
Right.
So the main thing, a lot of what it does, it's going to give you different tools that are going to help you really present your listings in good fashion with your sellers. So it starts with like a listing presentation. So the good thing there is, like, every time I get a listing appointment, I get enough information from the seller where I can actually create a property website of their property uh, before you even get to the home, and then I can go through all of the marketing with them where they can see it live and how it really works. Right. Then it's got your coming soon marketing, your just listed marketing, open house, pending, just sold. You can market the for sale by owners. You can market videos. You got new all kinds of different things, right? Landing pages to generate buyer leads, seller leads, and the list goes on. You could do text IVR, where people text to get information, etc. Okay, let me go back. Let me log in. All right, so what listings and leads, there's two things right away when you sign up for this. You got to make sure you have, you're going to use a listing tab, and you want to make sure right away you go and sign up for the text IVR. It adds an additional $10 a month to the cost, but these text codes do very well, especially on Craigslist and Instagram. Because when people see that property and they want more information, they can actually text this code to a short code, which is 25678, and it automatically sends a link of that property to their cell phone. And guess what you have? You have a cell phone number.
Oh, that's sweet.
Yep, and then you know it's a working cell phone number because it's coming directly from the number they just texted from. So it does really, really well as far as generating quick leads as well. All right. So when you enter a listing, there's multiple different ways listings get added. It all depends on if your MLS is connected with listings to leads. Some states have it, like our state doesn't. So I can't update from the manual data feed where it just pulls it directly from the MLS because our MLS doesn't have that connection. Or you can grab the listing where it actually pulls the information from Trulio, but sometimes you get it from Trulio, you're waiting over 7 days for it to be on the market before you can grab it. So the easiest for me is just adding a listing and just going through and actually adding in all the listing details of the property, which is actually not even asking for that much. And after you enter that in, it's asks you to put your photos, put whatever lead links you want to use, etc. So after you got the listing created, it's going to give you what they call their task list. And the task list is very simple. It's just really going through and helping you. Let me turn this to listing. Let me use this one listing presentation. All right. So here's what the listing presentation. So right away, it's going to give you a task list of all the different things that you can do to market the property. So it starts from first one being your seller landing page, what that's going to look like, right? So every time you were to post an ad on Facebook saying, here's our newest listing, click here to get more information. When they click, it's going to bring them to this page where they have to put their name, email, phone number to get that information, right? So you can edit this Facebook image. So with the Facebook image, that's going through and actually calling it whatever you want to call it. So right here for me, let's say this was coming soon to the market, coming soon in which neighborhood. And that's where that text code comes in. So I can say text this to this phone number for photos and details. So that will automatically be on the image that gets posted on Instagram, Facebook, etc. for people to see. So for Instagram, what you're going to have to do is you always got to click the Instagram little icon, and you have to download it so you can get it on your phone, because you only can upload, post to Instagram from your phone. You can't do it on the web. Okay? All right. Close that out. The great thing is too, you can change the colors. You can move this thing up to the center. You can move it to the top. You can change how many lines you want, 1 or 2. You can change the font, how big you want the text, medium or bold. So there's a lot you can do with that image. All right. Let's see here. Okay, and so the next thing is, the second one is you actually put the email of your seller here, right? And you'll hit send, and what it does, it actually sends an email to the seller that actually allows them to also post that property on their Facebook page, so they can share it with their friends and family members as well. Nice. So it's another good marketing tool because it helps you generate leads as well. You got their friends and family members seeing a post that's created by you for them. Single property website. This is the different websites you get available. You got the branded and the unbranded. The unbranded is for if you're going to put the virtual tour or anything information related on your MLS, because a lot of them won't allow you to put branding. So you got your branded tours and your unbranded. So this is kind of what they look like. So when they go here and they start to look at it, it's got all the information, property details, etc. What's going to pop up is from the register in a few seconds here. That should pop up at any moment. There it goes. So now they have to put their information for them to either schedule a showing, request more details.
So let them look at it for a second and then it pops up.
Yes, it lets them look at it for a little bit, just kind of start looking at the details, and they're like, "Ooh, this sounds interesting," and then boom, you have to register.
That's cool.
So it's a great way to generate a lead as well. Right. After that, you also got your virtual tours. The virtual tours, so you can actually, what it is, a little slideshow. And it just basically takes the property and runs it as a video type slideshow, which is pretty cool. Okay. Email an e-flyer for your database. These things are really cool. What you do is you come down here and you copy the code. Right. You can easily go into Georgia, or what I like to do, I do it from. You can do it from BombBomb as well. Where is Jared's? Here it goes. You go to newsletters or marketing letters, whatever you want to do. Just do create. Right here where it's got this view code. You just take that, drop the code in there, right? And now you just inserted that little thing to your email, and then you can send it out to a bunch of your clients. So that's another marketing tip. So then any leads you got, you can say here, check out my new listing, etc., and then they can go ahead and check it out. Question so far?
No, that's so you actually not per se sending it out to them, but before you go on a listing, you'll actually set this up.
Correct. Yes.
Okay, that's pretty cool.
So you can show them everything that they're going to get with all the marketing that you're going to do for their listing.
Okay.
Okay, let's go back. And then also, too, you got the e-flyer for your sellers. Same thing, you put their email, and it's going to send them an email for something they can share to anybody they know. So they get their own personal email they can share with everybody.
No, that's really nice, too.
Yep. You got you got flyers you can print out for open houses or brochures you want to leave at the house, etc. There's all different kinds on there. This one's also very huge because you can print this letter, right? Send it to like 50 of the closest neighbors surrounding your listing. And it's very powerful. It says, I hope you're having a great week. Just want to let you know about this home we just listed for sale. You can get more information, price, and photos by going to this website or using the text code, right? So again, 2 different call to actions. Also, the third call to action saying that, did you know that home sales over the last 12 months within a 2-mile radius of your home may have affected the value of your house? If you have any questions about your home's value,
I can do that,
right? And then you can tell them, feel free to give us a call or text or hit this information down here where they can request to get the value of their home. So
now, I'm sorry, just a quick question. You're probably gonna get to it. I'll wait a second. For this, how do you actually send that out then? How do you go from there to actually sending that out?
So you just print it. So you can download this letter, print it 50 copies, and just send it to all the neighbors.
Okay. And how do you normally do that? Do you normally just drop it like in a mail route on the USPS?
No, because with the USPS, you're hitting the whole route, so you're going to need, and it'll be postcards, and you're going to need hundreds of them to use that. So all I'm doing is go to like Whole Realty Resource or Red X that has what they call geo marketing, where you can actually put the address of the house you listed, and you can say, give me 100 of the closest people, right, or 200 of the closest people surrounding that address. And then all I do is I print this letter, I put it in bright color. Well, I don't. The assistant puts it in a bright color envelope, writes out the addresses, and just drops it in the mail with 50 stamps.
Nice.
Well, because in the end, anytime you list a property for sale in a neighborhood, within that first 30 days, there's always a possibility that someone else is going to list their home. And what you're doing with this letter is hopefully trying to capture that other seller who's in that neighborhood who may be thinking about selling their home, who most likely will now that one of the neighbors is on the market.
Okay. That's pretty strong.
Yes. Yeah. So it works really well, and if you're very consistent with every single listing that you do, you will get a lot of great seller leads from it. All of my students do this, and they get a lot of business from it.
What were the references for the addresses? You said Red X and what else?
Whole Realty Resource.
COLE?
Yes. Yep, those are the two that are most popular. Oh, and Land Voice also has it.
Land,
So Land Voice.
Like land, like LAND.
Yep, and then
Okay.
Voice, Land Voice. Those are three companies where you can get that geo marketing is what they call it, geo leads, where you can put that address.
Okay.
Co-Realty Resource is probably the most popular for it, but because they give you unlimited. Red X gives you like 1,000 per month. I think Land Voice is 1,000 per month as well. For how many contacts you can pull in 1 month.
Oh, okay. I got it.
Not money.
Right.
Yeah. Okay, so then you have your also too that comes with listings and leads is the open house sign-in form. We don't use this so much anymore because Jared has it built into his CRM. So with Jared's is when you're under, once this opens, when you're under the properties, you can do add a new open house. So you go ahead and you just add all the information to the open house about that property, when you're going to have it, etc. And then at the day of the open house, you just open it up, and then they can it'll ask them to register on your thing. We ask them a bunch of different questions. And the reason why I like it on here, because it automatically generates them as an open house lead in there, and you can attach the drip campaign to them automatically as well.
Right.
That
makes sense.
Blog post. Do you guys have a blog?
Yes, we have a blog with nothing on it. Yes.
Okay. Well, you should start using it as well, because you can copy this HTML. So I'll show you how it works on my site. So I can go to my CRM. So if I go to my blog, same thing. The blog has this little thing with the source code, right? I open that up, I paste it. Okay. And now it created a nice little blog that I can share on my website for people to click.
Nice.
Right. So it's got different things. They get description, photos. They can get school information, walk scores. They can print the flyers. It says click to get the current price. So it doesn't show the price, which is good.
Right. Clickbait.
Yeah. So then they'll have to click to get the price. And then from there, you get another lead. Okay. So that's how you do it on your website. Okay. Go back. Pulls this off. Craigslist. Craigslist is actually very, very popular for generating leads. The great thing about Craigslist leads is they actually have a high percentage of closing leads on Craigslist, because Craigslist is kind of like Google or Zillow or Realtor.com, where it's intentional, where people are actually going to those sites looking for properties. When someone's actually physically looking for a house because they're having to do a search, they're more likely to convert than someone on Facebook who just has ads pop up in front of them, and they just click regardless if they're interested in buying a house or not, right?
Right.
So what Craigslist has is they have this posting app right here. When you first open this up, what you're going to do is you take that posting app and you just slide it up to your Google bar right here. So it's right there. Right? So, and then anytime you open up Craigslist, then you're going to hit that posting app on your bar, and it's going to help you put in the information for that property. Here. So I'll show you an example. Okay. So you create a posting. You hit housing offered. You're going to do real estate by broker, and you're just abiding to Craigslist guidelines when you're posting a property. It's very simple. Just no spam. All that great stuff. Okay. So now you're going to hit. Where's my posting thing? Where did it go? Oh, right here, L2L post. So when I click that, now it pops up that posting app. So then you can just hit this listing. You can find the listing you want to advertise, and it gives you all the information that you copy and paste. So that's the posting title. That's the description. Right. One thing with Craigslist, for the price, put $1. Don't put any, and don't ever put the address either. we want to keep, they have the address on theirs. I always say eliminate the address and don't put the price, because it actually increases your chances of generating a lead when people can't get the information right there at hand. If you put the address, they can just take that address and go to Zillow and find it. If you put the price, there's no reason for them to call you as well, right?
Yep,
So keep those
absolutely.
all. All right, so now we have that. Just for zip code, we'll put the 54956. Anything that's in green, you have to put the information. So we got the zip code. Then we put the square feet of the property. That is a house. It has laundry inside the house. It's got a carport. It has 2 bedrooms, 1 bathroom, right? And then you hit continue. Then it's gonna have your map, where kind of like an idea of where that property's at. We'll just go ahead and continue. And when you add your images, you want to add about 4 to 5 images of the property. Don't use the front photo as your first image, because that's kind of like doing what everybody else is doing. So kind of use a different image of the house so you can kind of stand out amongst other ads on Craigslist. And then hit done with images, and then here it is. It's got your nice little ad, right? 2 bedroom, 1,000 square feet. It's a great investment property. Here's that text code, right? For them to get instant access to all photos, details, and more. And it's got a little description. And then you hit publish, and now you've got a nice little ad running for Craigslist that will generate leads, because if they want to find out more about this property, they're going to have to text to get that information. Make sense?
Oh yeah, yeah.
All right. Then you can also do sign writers, right? Because these text codes, once you buy them, you own that code for life. So once you use it on one property, once that property sells, you can use that text code for another property, right? So these text writers, you can get them in aluminum. You just go ahead and hit order, and what it does, you can just add these to your for sale sign. So when people are driving by, they see that, they can text to get information, instead of having all those brochures in the little brochure box in front of the house that kids take and throw away. This does the exact same thing, except now you can generate a lead from it, where the little flyers really don't do any justice, right?
Right.
So when you hit order, it'll take you to.
And the flyers keep people from calling you because they have all the information.
Exactly. And then it just going through and tells you how to use this, the sign writers and stuff like that. And then you just go to Dirt Cheap Signs right here. And it's already got them pre-created on this website for you. You choose the one that you want. And
Now, I have a quick question for you. Just your rider signs, do yours normally blow away, or how do you kind of keep those in there? Do you use those?
yes, I use aluminum. For one, they're heavier. I don't use the corrugated plastic because those get damaged really easily. And then what I do is I buy really, really strong metal hooks. I don't use zip ties because zip ties break,
Okay.
especially if it's windy. So I get the nice, strong metal hooks that attach it to the sign, and I never have any issues.
Okay, so you're not trying to slide it in that wooden slot. You're actually hanging it at the bottom of your sign.
Exactly. Just
Okay.
because it's
No, I
going
get it. That
yeah,
makes
for
sense.
the sign.
Okay, no, that's good.
All right. Next up after that, you can go ahead and you hit generate video. And what it does, it's going to take, once you connect your YouTube account to this, it'll generate a listing video and automatically upload it to YouTube for you. And then the final thing is go on Instagram and then post your Instagram post for that picture. All right. So that's all the listing stuff you can do. You can do it for coming soon. Just list it. When you do the open house is great because what it does, it has a countdown meter. It says, get more information. The open house is in 3 days and 14 seconds or whatever. And then when you go pending, it actually turns it into more get your home value, and just sold, it turns it more into get your home values. So it's a great way to generate leads if you're going from coming soon all the way to just sold.
So basically, it has a action list for each step in those processes.
Exactly. Yep. Exactly. 100%. And then you check it off when it's done. And the great thing is too, Listings Elite sends the seller a weekly email, giving them update what's going on with the marketing, how many people click to the website, etc.
Now, one other question: if you wanted, could you add anything to that list, or that list is fixed?
Nope. That's it. that's their list. There's nothing you can add to it. I have a separate list that I have to keep doing after this because I also posted to Facebook Marketplace and so forth. So there's other places I post besides just this, but this already alone is going to impress the sellers.
Right. Okay.
Okay, so you got your tools. Oh, I like to edit. After you put the listing in, I like to edit the listing to come down and add additional features. So I come here and add custom features like, what type of heating it has. Is it heating, cooling, exterior features, the foundation, the living room, and then I like to add all the room sizes, etc. So I like to put a lot more information.
Okay.
And you can add as many custom features as you want. And what that does on the individual property website, I'll show you. Come on. That's this information right here. So if you don't fill anything in, this whole section is blank. And it's not included. So I like to add this because it just gives people more information that's not normally there.
Okay.
All right.
And one other thing, could you possibly send us a list? I know we may not do everything on it just yet, but like your list of kind of what you do, at least that can give us
I basically it's the listings of leads, and one other thing I do is I put it on Facebook Marketplace. That's it.
Oh, okay.
Yep, that's the one that's missing.
Okay. And what is that? Because I don't want to act like I know what that is. I don't.
Okay, so I'll show you. So Facebook, right here, there's this thing called Marketplace.
Okay.
When you click that, that's another way you can. Marketplace actually generates really strong leads because again, people are going here because they're intentionally looking for something instead of having something pop up on them. So it's very simple. You hit sell something, right? I'm doing an item for sale, right? Let's see what's our category. Home sales, right?
Okay.
Selling, right? The price, again, I only put $1, even
Right.
because I want them to click, and then I use the exact same verbiage from the Craigslist ad.
Okay.
So it's about just giving them some information, right? Text to get more information to that code, and then I put about 5 photos only, and it also helps generate a lead.
And just wondering, why do you do like the 5 photos?
Because we don't want, we're trying not to give them too much. We want them to want to request more information. So we give too much too fast. There's no need for them to actually request more info.
Okay.
Right? You hold back because you're trying to get them to say, hey, you teased me enough for me to want to click or text to get more info.
Got it.
Right? So you're basically creating teasers.
Got it.
All right. All right. Now, Facebook with listings and leads, right? Now you have to actually, right here when we did that, check the task list. You gotta drive people to the landing page, right?
Mm-hmm.
So right here, what you're gonna do, right, there's a little eyeball. You're gonna hit that eyeball and you're gonna copy that link because that's the landing page. So then Facebook, what you're gonna do is you're going to go to your ads manager and you're going to create an ad, and I'm going to show you how to create one. There's a lot I'm going to be teaching you with Facebook, so this is going to be the very first thing you'll learn, but Facebook's going to be a monster of teaching everything I do with it because I generate probably 200-300 leads a month on Facebook alone.
Oh, that's pretty awesome.
Right? So great.
I have did a Facebook open house ad. That's pretty much all I've done as far as ads on Facebook.
Okay, no worries. Well, and you're going to get better and better as you grow this. All right, so what you're going to do right here, we're going to choose traffic. And the reason why we're choosing traffic because we are taking them from Facebook to an external landing page, right? Because we want them to come to this landing page to put their information. Okay, so that's what we're doing. So you're going to hit traffic. And you're going to come down and you're going to put the address of the property and what type of ad it is. So for, let's say it's coming soon, and I do like CS 123 Anyway Street. And I also put the date I'm creating the ad. Okay. and then you're going to hit continue. All right. So you're going to come in, and you're going to come down to the locations. What I like to do is just put the city that the property's in. I got Appleton, and I like to do 10-mile radius. You put 10 miles. And then we're going to come down and we're going to do detailed targeting. So right here it says detailed targeting. We want to put it in front of people who are interested in real estate as an interest, right here. People who've been on realtor.com, interest, Zillow, interest, and make sure it's interest only. Homes.com, Redfin.
So you're not picking up real estate agents by accident doing that.
No, there's no. This is people who've just been on these websites. This is why I'm not choosing Zillow Premier Agent, because that's most likely where agents are at.
Okay.
So we're choosing something that what the Facebook tracking and the pixels that are on those sites, Facebook's able to say, hey, these people have been to these websites that they're more likely to be interested, right? And then there's Trulia. Okay. And then you're going to come down here and you want to exclude people. All right. So we do want to exclude as many real estate agents as we possibly can. So what we type in is real estate agent. Oh, spell that right. And what we're looking for is anything that says job titles or employers. Right. So we're going to come in there and just keep typing it until we get rid of them all. Agents. So we got there. Okay, then we'll type in real estate broker. There's more there. So this is telling Facebook anybody has these things in their profile, we don't want them to see your ad.
Nice. So please forgive me for, I'm guessing, is this creating a targeted audience? Is that what this is, or
Yes,
no?
exactly. We're creating a targeted audience that we want to put our ad in front of.
Okay. I'm all theory right now. I understand the concepts, but I didn't actually know what to do. So that's good.
Yeah, so now you're learning this whole process. Okay. After that, what you want to do, so you don't always have to keep coming in and recreating these audiences. You come down and you save this audience, right? So I got save this audience. I would call it exactly what you put. Appleton, 10 miles, right?
Yeah.
Minus realtors. So now so this way we come in, if you ever want to use this audience again, you just reuse it and you don't have to keep coming in and doing all this stuff over and over and over again.
Got it. So if I get another listing in the area, I can just click on that audience or what have you.
Correct. Yeah, and what you do up here at the top, there's a little thing that says use your saved audience. So you just click that and you'll have all your saved audiences will be there.
Awesome.
Okay. Okay. Then we're gonna come down and we're gonna hit edit placements. Right. We don't want our ad to go on every single area, so we're gonna eliminate it on audience network. Just so you know, my ads manager is gonna look completely different from yours because I'm on the new one. So yours is gonna look a little bit different on this section here in the placements.
Okay.
So what you're gonna eliminate is audience network. You're gonna eliminate Facebook instant articles. You're going to eliminate all the stories, any Facebook stories, Instagram stories, Messenger stories. We're going to remove Facebook right column, suggested videos, and we're going to let it go to Facebook, Instagram, Marketplace, and Messenger. Okay? Right.
Wow, that'll actually go to Messenger?
Yep, we want it to go to the Messenger because then it pops up on people when they're on their Messenger, and a lot of times people click it.
That's pretty sweet.
Right? So based on here, Facebook's saying based on so far what we have, you have a potential to reach 1.4 thousand people up to 4,000 people per day and have 52 to 149 landing page views. Okay. So, but that's going to change when we change this to $5 a day. It drops a little bit, but that's okay. We want to do that for $5 a day. I like to run it for a week. We got July 5th to the 12th, and we're spending $35. Then we hit continue. No, remember that link I told you to copy?
Yeah.
We copy that link. So all you got to do on Facebook is come down here, paste that link right here. Paste, hit enter, and it pulls everything in from listings leads.
Nice.
Boom, right? So it looks good. So now what we're going to do now is we're going to get some information in here. So enter this a couple times and just say new listing coming soon. I like to put emojis. All right. And then the home features. I like to use the emojis for the bed. One. Emojis help the ad stand out.
It's social. That makes sense. Okay.
All right.
That's good.
2 bedrooms, 1 bath, 1,000 square feet. Large backyard. So I like to just say you put like, maybe 5 to 6 different details about the property. And then from right here, it says to get the photos, price details, and more now. I just say click, learn more below, right? And then I used the little arrow emojis that point down.
This is very helpful, Charles. I'm just letting you know, man. This is very helpful.
Oh, you're welcome. All right, then right here, headline, we're going to say coming soon in Appleton. Okay, and then here's the learn more. You want to make sure the call to action says learn more. And then you come down right here. You're going to turn on your Facebook pixel. And if you don't have it, it'll say setup. When you do that, it'll actually have you set your pixel up. Okay. And then you'll hit confirm. And then you have an ad running. And it will run for 7 days. And after 7 days, it automatically turns off. Any questions on that?
No, so that ad, because the ad, the way it's set up, it's going to automatically, when they hit that picture, it'll take them to the Listening to Leads landing page.
Yep.
That's pretty sweet. And so then they put in that information, and then it takes them to
the individual property website.
Nice.
Okay.
Okay.
So on Facebook, here in the Ads Manager, we click these 3 little lines here at the top. You're going to go to All Tools, and we need to go to Measuring Report. You got to go to Pixels, because we got to create up your tracking pixel. Because Facebook tracks everything if you use that pixel. So what that means is anybody who goes to this website, Facebook tracks that. And with anybody who goes here from clicking, you can retarget them on Facebook.
So almost like a conversion campaign, basically.
Correct. Yeah, so what you do is you come up to create pixel, and you're going to hit on details. Right? You hit details. You're going to come up here and you're going to hit setup, and you're going to do install pixel. You come down here, manually install that code yourself, and you come down to number 2 and you copy that. You just hit, and that copies to the clipboard because you need that for listings and leads. So listings and leads, what you do is you come into here, you're going to come over to your profile, the top section here. You hit profile. And this is where you set up everything on listings and leads. Right here it says pixel, tracking code, and chat code. So you click on that, and you hit add new HTML widget code. You just say FB for Facebook, and then you pop that code, and you hit save. So now what that does, every time you create anything in listings and leads, it automatically installs that code on every last one of your sites on listings and leads, so you can track.
Nice.
Right. So when you first get listings and leads, you're going to come in, set up all your profile information, your preferences. Here's what I recommend in the preferences. So you do preferences. I like to do the forced registration. I have a 20-second delay time, so that means they're on the website for at least 20 seconds before the forced registration pops up. I like to show the phone field, but I don't make it required. Right? For the property valuation source, I use Onboard. Onboard has a little bit more accurate information than Zillow does. The just sold lead form, I want to say get your final sales price because it gets more clicks when you don't show a sales price on your ads, and they have to click to get it.
Okay.
Okay, so that'll be number one. Your social media accounts, it's where you can connect all your accounts here, putting realtor.com, Instagram, etc. Password automation. We want to activate the e-flyer, so just make sure all these are checked. Lead generation signature. This is kind of like where you can put all your information to make it look real fancy. You can use it for your blog, your email, Gmail. The appearance. This is if you want to have your branding colors. So like I have all my brand colors here. Connect your YouTube account. If you have a WordPress blog, you can also use that. That's it. And then also after that, you can go to auto posting. You can turn these on or off. I have them off because I like to post myself. I don't want them posting for me. You could.
What's auto posting? Is that meaning to?
It'll automatically post your listings to Facebook for you every single time. But I don't like to do that because I don't want my Facebook business page to get bombarded with tons and tons of listings. I run a lot of blind ads. I don't put it on my page first. I just go and create the ad directly to it. It's called a blind post. Because you don't want your business page to just get overrun with listings because it really hurts the effect of what you're doing on Facebook.
Right, they can see all the information, so they don't have to click on the other stuff.
Exactly.
Okay.
So then you're going to set up your CRM integration. So what that does is you come here, Jar Jar Media is right here on the side. Click that, and then you're going to go to Jar Jar Media, and you're going to get the L2L source email. Right. So that's simple by going to lead source under marketing. And right here it says listings leads. You copy that email.
Nice. So that's how it knows to turn that on once they click it.
So right here, what this means is every time you get a lead, it'll automatically send that lead into the CRM.
Okay. And if we have that turned on, they'll automatically start getting those emails and videos or whatever.
Yep, and then you have a drip campaign that's attached to the L2L source, and they'll automatically have to attach to a drip campaign to start getting everything.
Wow, that is pretty sweet. That's good stuff, man.
Oh yeah. Okay. Oh, that's it for today.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
a lot.
Is that it? You're right. That's awesome.
But again, now you got very powerful tools that you can use to market listings, and also too, when agents start coming on board, you have a program that they can use to also market their listings. You're starting to create that value as well.
Oh yeah, no, that's really strong. That's a strong tool.
Right? So your homework assignment is get listings to leads, get it set up, and start getting any listings that you already have into the program.
Okay. All right. I mean, I can see how that would help. And even, especially, like, even with that one with just the mailer set up, we recently had.
Hello?
Hello?
Hey.
Hey.
I don't know whose side lost connection.
Okay. Okay, so what were you saying?
Oh yeah, so we had a listing that we just put on the market, and the first day we got nine. We put it Thursday at 12 in the afternoon, and we got 9 showings that day. So there is a high demand for houses in the area. So I want to market to the area with that listings to lead, but I just honestly I didn't know how to do that. Being able to hit 100 houses in the area, that'll I can add that note in there like, hey, we got 7,000 over asking, on the first day, of it selling. So just to let the neighbors know that type of thing. That way, if they were thinking, they could, just be urged to give us a call.
Exactly. It's all about trying to get as much information out to people as possible to pique that curiosity for them to want to take the next action. That's what it's all about.
Right. So no, that's cool. That's good. I mean, I was kind of wondering just how to do that, other than how to actually market and do it. That's
Yep. On our next call, we'll talk about doing listing videos and how that all works, and actually creating professional listing videos and how to reach 20 to 30,000 people on Facebook very easily.
All right. Awesome.
We're going to turn you guys into marketing kings.
Oh, that's it.
Awesome. Okay, guys. Well, we're all set up for our next call. I will get you out this video as soon as it uploads to YouTube, so you guys can reference back to it, etc.
That's what he was worried about when we lost connection. He's like, "Oh no, it's not going to save the video."
No, I control it, so I have to stop the broadcast. So it'll be out to you very shortly.
Okay, awesome. Thanks so
Awesome.
much.
Let me know if you guys need anything, and have fun with listings to leads. It's a great tool.
All right.
Thank
Thanks
you.
a lot.
Bye.
I'm Baker.